Today is Sunday. We have an extraordinary weather outside. It's 15 December. We have even sun, which is weird to see here in Switzerland. Sundays are the days that I take for running. There are so many things that I want to unlock in this video and that I want to share about. But first thing first, let's go have breakfast and later we touch on these topics. Before going to have breakfast, I wanted to talk about how important it is for me, not just in running days, but in general, a good night of sleep. The way you feel today will depend on the way you organized the previous day. What did you eat yesterday? How did you sleep? If you drank caffeine or not. There is something that I did because there were some days that of course you feel that you are doing something or well or wrong, but you don't know exactly where and how that's happening. For that I bought the boot band. I have been wearing it for 4 months now and I'm very happy with it. I think that it brought me a level of knowledge of myself that I didn't have before and some extra self-awareness of things that I can improve and that I was doing wrong or that I was doing correctly and I didn't even know. For me, it's interesting because it gives me an overview of some interesting metrics. Just as soon as you open the app, that I have it here, you have your recovery level, your strength, that is the effort that you have made during the day, and the sleep performance. Sleep performance is something that is so important. And there was so many days that technically I was sleeping like 9 hours, 10 hours, but I was feeling tired. And I was like, why? And then here, if you go to the app, you can see that you haven't been that much time in REM phase. REM phase is the phase that your body recovers, or that your sleep is very light. Then based on that, you can see if you have a sleep debt or if you have had a restorative sleep or not, the sleep consistency, what time you were in bed. And then when I see my sleep performance, I see that it's very regular. And the few days that is not for whatever reason, for work or something, the next day or in 2 days I suffer of it. I just pay a subscription of 1 year with Whoop. I think that I'm gonna use it for the whole year, just to fully analyze myself and to have more metrics of how I'm performing. I'm not an athlete, but I take life very seriously when it's needed or in the phases or areas that are needed, and this is helping me. This is helping me to be able of being at the level that I want to be in life, the level that I want to be as a creative. So yeah, aside from the ingredients that we are gonna see now of what to eat and what to put in our body, sleeping and rest is absolutely key. With that being said, we can go to have finally a giant breakfast. Okay, so we mentioned how important it is a good night of sleep. Second step is I'm planning to run in 2-3 hours. So I need to put ingredients in my body that I know that they work. In my case, I have discovered, and this is kind of also something very, very normal, but in my case, I work really good with protein because it gives me some sustained energy. So for that, I usually add eggs, scrambled eggs. Usually put also some ham, some cheese. And depending on how hungry I am, maybe I add some cereals that give me that instant energy. But it's mainly protein breakfast, what I used to have for running days. It's so funny because I was planning to do this video and I realized that we don't have eggs in the fridge. So don't be discouraged if some of the things doesn't go as planning. Your running days, like maybe you don't have the t-shirt that you wanted to use or you don't have the perfect breakfast as you were planning. Here is about just the act of repetition. Every weekend I'm presenting myself into running. I give myself the opportunity of improve myself physically. No matter if some part of the equation is not perfect, like maybe you're a bit more tired than usual, or you don't have the perfect breakfast, or you don't have your clothes. Continue showing up, and everything is gonna be like so smooth in just a matter of weeks or months. Okay, so I'm gonna improvise some breakfast. We have some chicken left over from yesterday. I need to add some veggies to make it fresher, so I'm gonna cut some cucumber, some cheese because I love it, and I think that this is not gonna fulfill me fully, so I'm gonna add some cereals with milk, and with this I guess that we are good to go. That's it. I see some people adding coffee in running days and also in like training days. In my case, as I was saying in the previous video, I don't drink coffee on my daily basis, so when I drink coffee, it's like I feel it almost in my heart. I feel that my heart is going like too fast, and it's a bit uncomfortable. So if you add that with the running feeling where you are already going at whatever, I don't know, 140, 160 BPM, it's too much. So I'm not gonna add coffee, even though today I'm feeling tired. Technically, we saw before in the whoop band, I'm feeling rest or recovery 95%. I'm not feeling like that actually. I think that every day that I go to bed like farther than 12 in the night, I would say even 11, I'm feeling tired no matter that I can sleep that day 8 hours or 9 hours or 10 hours. I think that it breaks my sleeping cycle. So it's not just important the amount of sleep that we have, but also when do we have it. So yeah, right now I'm having this fogginess. I'm a bit foggy in my brain, but I guess that as soon as I go out and I feel the air, I started running, I have breakfast, I drink some water, it's gonna be removed. But it's so important, not just for running days, but in general. The day doesn't start today, actually it starts in the previous night. How good you create your habits, how good you organize yourself, when do you have your last meal of the day, when do you go to sleep. All of these things are very important, and all of these things make you actually feel ready for the next day. And if we do it properly, we don't need the extra tools like coffee, caffeine and stuff to make us navigate the day. The chicken. Because this breakfast is starting to be very unorthodox, I feel that I'm going to continue with it, and I'm going to prepare fajitas. Just because I have this chicken here, I think that we're going to use it properly if we put it together with salad, no? It will be a missed opportunity, no? It's been kind of 2.5 hours after breakfast, so I feel that I'm ready for the run now. I have just prepared the clothes to show you what I have and what I use. This is my first running outfit. I'm very happy with it, and with this I understand how important it is to have specific clothes for specific things. Of course, you can run with your regular hoodie that you bought on Zara or whatever pants, but the more you run and the more you do specific things, exercise, whatever, you understand that some tools have, of course, a why behind it. This is tiny detail, but those are shocks from Nike, and you can see that you have a left and a right, which seems tiny, but the way they adapt to your foot for later, your foot being in a running shoe for half an hour, 1 hour, whatever you run, it's so important, more important than you will even realize. It's the first time that I buy a tank top. I didn't know how much comfortable it is to run without sleeves. For me, honestly, one of the my mass recommendation that I need to give you. Now it's winter, so of course I have shorts, and in summer I will run just with shorts. But now, because we are now at 6 degrees, which is not that bad. Yesterday was 2-3 degrees. I'm running with this. They are not ties, but in a way they are kind of ties, and also this is the way I use them. I just put the shorts on top of the ties, and then this is what I showed you in the vlog the other day. It's this jacket that has the hood. Especially at the beginning of the running, it's so important. Everything is freezing with this temperature. It's cold already. You are running, so you are going at faster speed. You have the air the wind in your face, so you start to feel, all of this part like very cold, your hands. So usually I keep it the whole run, but especially at the beginning I keep the hood on top. I wear the gloves. One of the things that I'm missing that I didn't buy yet is a case for, you might have seen runners carrying their phones here. I might change, and for now I'm not doing it, but I have the Apple Watch, so technically I can just run with this. I can put Nike running up here, and I can put the music here. But it's true that usually I make a picture at the end, or I don't know. For now I want a camera with me, in a way. Camera, and yeah, it's mainly for making a picture when you finish the training, or if you see something interesting, or I want to vlog something. I want to keep the phone with me, but maybe in the future if I do long running I just go with this, which for now is not my intention. Right now I'm keeping it in the 20-30 minutes max, so fully fine. I have gloves. They are not Nike gloves, but I will change it soon because I saw them, and I'm just missing that. I'm missing the case that I told you. I'm missing the Nike gloves. Super important in winter to run with gloves. You might see people just running with a tank top or a t-shirt, but with gloves, because hands got like so cold out there in this temperature. And right now I'm running with very trusty old Nikes, but I just bought in Madrid for Christmas new ones. The same way that I'm invested almost from the very beginning, from my first run, in the clothes. I didn't invest it from my first run in Nike sneakers, because I wanted to make sure, and I didn't want to have the excuse of I'm not running because I don't have the sneakers. I wanted to make sure that I was creating the habit first. So all of this is to encourage you. I have the opportunity to invest in equipment just for myself, because I want to take it seriously, and it's true that this is inspiring me. All these clothes are inspiring me to go for a running. But in the same way, I didn't buy my new sneakers until my 5th run, something like that. I wanted to make sure that I'm actually running every week, and now I think that I deserve them. I'm not gonna throw or give away the other one. I'm gonna keep them maybe for trialing, because they are very small, and the new ones are super shoes, so they are bigger. I'm really looking forward to try them because they look fancy and they look like much more comfortable. Now with this Nike, I feel like they are too flat in a way, which is interesting because I didn't feel it like years ago when I bought them for the first time. But just if you need to take something out of all of it, it seems very interesting to have some equipment, some clothes that make you feel inspired, that make you feel comfortable, but don't use it neither as an excuse for not doing it. Confirm that you are on it, confirm that you have a habit, confirm that you are focusing in doing it weekly or whatever your frequency is, and then invest on it, because for sure, if you have already created the habit, having the tool will inspire you even further, and this is what is happening. Anyway, everything is ready. Let me change. I'm gonna do something a bit weird, but I'm gonna warm up at home because it's very cold outside. In the spring I will do it and I'm looking forward for that phase. I will do it in the street, but now I just want to arrive to the street and almost start running. So yeah, let me change, let's warm up and let's go. I didn't say in the video, but I ended up adding 2 layers because I think that it's too cold, like a cover that in a warmer situation I will just run with this. Then the extra jacket that I show you with the hood. Tiny detail, I always change the strap of the watch for this Nike Run. It's more plasticky, lighter, and another one is steel, so it's too strong. Cap, I have a bunch of caps, but this one is like very light. It's also from Nike. As you can see, everything is Nike. I don't know if one day I will be able to mixing brands. For now, I just want to stick to Nike. I'm just gonna do some stretching here, very simple, and we finally go. Like for now, I'm keeping running once a week, even though during the week I do some strength training, Pilates and yoga, or different alternation and variation of that. But every time that I come back to running, my legs are like too tight, feel like a tree, like zero flexibility. So it's super important to do this initial stretching to, give some flexibility and stop these tied up muscles. Okay, so for now I feel so much better having someone in my AirPods telling me the rhythm and giving me some extra strength. So I'm using Nike Run Club. It's the Nike app for running, and it's only so good because they have like a bunch of runs that I can use for, they call it guided runs, that I can use for running. I saw one that is called 2K run. It's an easy 2K 1.25 miles run, pretty easy. I would say that I will do this in less than 20 minutes. I usually run 3 kilometers, 3.5, something like that. So I don't have that much time, but I want to appear, I want to show every weekend. So let's do a super fast 2 miles, something less, 20 minutes. Usually what I do is cross around the lake, around the river, sorry. So I think that I'm gonna continue that route, but I'm gonna start in the other side because we are now in the shadows. So I'm gonna start in the sun, and maybe even if it is too cold, I keep it going back because it's long enough. So yeah, for now I don't have a filmmaker that can just run with me with the bicycle or something like that. So
Hey.
you're gonna I just have my wife here filming. So after the run, I'm just gonna share some impressions, and we continue in the studio. See you later. Wish me luck. By the way, it's funny because every time that I'm running, I can understand this energy that marathoners feel when they are running a marathon, because I'm feeling it every Sunday when I'm running just 2 kilometers. I'm excited and nervous of I don't know what. So I guess that if I ever run a marathon, I will feel that excitement and that energy inside me. So yeah, let's do it. Just finished these 2 kilometers. I'm tired, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go to the studio. I'm gonna take a shower not to get cold, and later we'll share our. Hey, another one.
No te oigo.
Another one.
¿Ah?
Another run.
Another run.
We made it happen.
Muy bien.
2 kilometers. Oh,
¿Qué tal?
destroyed. It's funny because I always say the same, but today was pretty hard. But this is what I said the week before. This is what I said 2 weeks before. I feel that at some point I will arrive to a state, a physical state, that it will be easier for me not to suffer. The good thing is that what I enjoy about running is that I go in this flow state where I'm too focused in not dying, where my brain is not able of focusing in anything else about life. So yeah, what I was saying is that I really enjoy that running helped me arrive to this, for now, flow state, focusing in my physical aspect. But I guess that as soon as, and this is what I have listened from runners that they have been running for years now, I feel that there will be one day where my body is going in auto mode, but I'm not focusing in my heart, in the breathing, in my legs, and there I could be able of using running as almost as a meditation, and to be in the flow state that I want to be as a creative. So I'm looking forward to that path. For that I need to struggle through this process and manage to keep it up in these hard moments and hard early stages. Okay, let's go. It's super cold. It's the shower and it picks up.